Hello everybody, my name is Abiodun Ayeloja and you're welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about how the story works, and we'll be focusing on just the act 1, which we can also call the beginning alone. We have 3 act structure when we're talking about screenwriting, and that's the act 1, act 2, act 3. But now we'll be focusing just on the beginning because that is the setup of any story. So many writers find it very difficult to cover up everything that is entails in the beginning, where we have the setup, the introduction, the understanding of the character, the inciting incident, and the likes like that. But many people don't know how these things work together. They actually know every of the things that they should put, but they really don't know how to put them. But today I'm just going to break it down with an example. So let's take, for instance, our life, our personal life. There was a time we were born, and there was a time we grew up, and there was a time we got to a particular stage in our life where we begin to face challenges. So let's start from where the actual time where we were born. So whenever you're writing a story, just imagine that a child is being born, and while the child was born innocently without knowing anything. And while the child was growing up, the child begins to grow, to learn things from peers, from the society, from parents and peer groups like that. So the same thing happens in our story. Whenever we want to start a story, the same thing that happens when a child is being born. So your story is just being born. You're just creating that character. You're making us understand that, okay, you're starting up with an innocent life. Then you begin to have something that you begin to desire in your heart. So we have a particular child that is born, and while the child was growing up, begin to learn things, and it begins to grow up with goals and desires. Let's assume that this particular child wants to become a doctor. Immediately in your story, you should have this understanding too, that when you're writing a story, when you want to start, we don't just jump into you don't just take it from somebody starting from an old age. There should be something that your character has in heart, a desire that your character actually wants. So beginning is all about you understanding the process of how a child is being born, while the child grows up, the challenges the child faces, and the obstacles that comes in achieving the goals. Are you getting those? So these are the process of what beginnings actually entails. So when you are writing a story as from today, you understand what the setup is, the inciting incident, you understand the turning point 1, but you really don't understand how to put them in place. But just have this, remember the story I told you today, that whenever you want to start a story, you should know that the character grows up, and it begins to learn things from the society, maybe from friends. Then the desire comes. Then at the point of that desire of him achieving that goal, that achievement, that particular thing, he wants to become a doctor. A particular character wants to become a doctor, but something is stopping that particular character in becoming or becoming that doctor he wants to become. So you will just understand this in a realm that any characters that you want to bring from your very beginning should have a problem. That's your protagonist. They should have a problem, and while they are growing up with that problem, when you want to end your beginning, then there should be an obstacle that would stop them. So when that obstacle comes, that will now lead you to the next act. So these are the things you should understand while you're writing your beginning, that when you want to start, you should understand that there is a process of you going up. While you're going up like that, there is going to be a desire for your protagonist, and while there's a desire for your protagonist, there's going to be, the next step is going to be something that is going to stop. It can actually be from the society, it can actually be from the parents, it can be from peers. There's going to be something that is going to antagonize the desire of your character, your major role, which is going to be your protagonist. And then the way at which he wants to overcome it will now be what will now lead you to the bigger event. So these are the things you should understand while you're writing your beginning. And I hope that as from today, you're going to enjoy your writing skills in a very more simple way. Thank you very much for watching. My name still remains Abiodun Ayeloja. Do well to subscribe on this channel. Do well to like, and do well to tell more about this channel. Thank you very much. And we're going to have our next class. Our next class is going to be talking about the Act 2, where we're going to be talking about the Act 2, the bigger event, the confrontation itself. So do well to check up on this channel again for the next class. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye bye.